crowds at the Fleadh Cheoil are here to enjoy performances from the very many visiting musicians, but there's plenty of home entertainment as well. And the strength of the traditional music in Sligo is reflected in this group Teaspach, a band formed in the Sligo Grammar School and winners of the prestigious Sin Gaelin Award 2 years ago. Their jigs include Frost is All Over. The Caves of Kirkcudbright, ending that jig selection from the Sligo band Teaspach.
The weather is always a fickle presence at the Fleadh, and as you can see, it's gone very windy and blustery, so it might be a good time to see what music we can find inside.
And that's exactly where you'll find me, in the company of Donegal duo Dermot Byrne and Brid Harper. They're starting here with the Scottish Strat-based tune John Stephen of Chance Inn. Dermot Byrne and Brid Harper there with a Scottish tune and then a couple of jigs. But there's loads more great music going on along the banks of the beautiful Garra Vogue. Let's go and check it out.
On a quiet side street, there's a friendly get-together of regulars who meet up at every Fleadh. Room in the session is also made for musicians new to the gathering in search of a tune or two. Form of entertainment at the Fleadh, and Kevin Cuniffe from Ballinasloe is more alternative than most. In the company of Ellen O'Shea from Kilkenny and musicians Oisín O'Hora and Seadna O'Donnell from Ballina, he put on the most enthusiastic dance routine. A word of warning: if you stand too close to the action, you can quickly become part of the act. Well, that was a breathless encounter. Strictly Come Dancing with Kevin Cuniffe.
As a Cavan man, having hosted Fleadh Cheoil for 3 years in a row, what do you make of Sligo's efforts?
I think Sligo is putting a terrific effort, and they have the whole town looking spotless and clean.
I've lived in Sligo for 63 years. I believe it, that's my age. And I've never seen the town looking so crowded, so prosperous, so happy. It's merriment all around.
It makes you really proud that you're living in a town like this where everybody is really pulled together to make it a great success, and we've got next year to go as well.
Generally there's great atmosphere, absolutely brilliant atmosphere. People are really friendly. We've had no problems now today at all, and just had a lot of fun.
You've also got 2 years in a row. Is it important, do you think, for a host town to get 2 years?
It is really, because it's a learning curve and you learn from what's going on this time round, and it'll be even better next year.
Sligo had the All-Ireland Fleadh in the 90s, and it's amazing now. I think music is more popular than ever. There's so many young people playing. So it's great that it's back in Sligo, and it's going well so far.
Andreas the Stack, talking the talk, but he can also play the tune. This one's called the Bluestack Mountain Blues. A belt of bluegrass there from Galway man Andreas the Stack.
The Scoil Music School is an integral part of Fleadh Cheoil and has been for the past 40 years. Students of all ages are welcome. The harp, one of the oldest traditional instruments, is as popular as ever, and Derval Finnegan is one of 5 harp tutors taking classes. In singing and dance classes, beginners are very welcome, as they were here in Irene Cunningham's Sean-Nós dancing class.
1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, tip down. 1, 2, 3, lift. And 1, 2, tip down. And 1, 2, 3, lift. And 1, 2, tip down.
There's a great continuity in the teaching at Scoil. Tutor Paul McGlinchy once improved his own playing skills as an Éigse pupil.
We have pupils today in this class from the 4 provinces of Ireland. It's very interesting to see, the styles that they bring with them, and I try not to turn them all into Northern flute players. It's good to have their own style and their own regional style. I was just thinking today, I was a pupil myself at Scoil in Sligo in 1989, and it's been a great pleasure to return and to start teaching music to these young children. I think every teacher will know that they've had such a positive experience out of playing music themselves that you really want to pass it on. I see it with my own children. I love to see children who are interested in developing themselves, and I'm really pleased to be able to do a little bit to help move them on that journey.
Former All-Ireland piping champion Brian Stafford is hugely impressed by the standard of playing at this year's Scoil Éigse.
Well, teaching here has been quite an interesting experience. The more advanced level that we're at today, these guys are just brilliant. I'm almost embarrassed to be amongst them. By and large, it's passing things on by ear rather than using any written form. By learning the tunes a couple of bars at a time, you're learning how to strip away embellishment and ornamentation and so on that exists in the music, get down to the basic melody, the structures within it, and that way it becomes much more easier to put form on, to memorise very successfully.